All right, the Simple Truth LLC is back with another testimony. I have a client with me that experienced light therapy recently, and she would like to give her take on her experience. So, if you would just introduce yourself for the record.
Okay, I'm Tammy Pitts.
Okay, so Ms. Pitts, you recently got light therapy, and can you tell the audience what you needed light therapy for?
Well, there were a multitude of things that I needed the light therapy for. I've had 2 sessions. At the very first session, I felt a relief. Mainly, I've been having a problem for a long time with the right side of my body. My muscles and inflammation has been a problem for me, really all over my body, but the right side has been more intense. So my shoulders, my neck, and they got more intense after I had a car accident.
Right.
And so it was to the point where you could see the muscles were so tight that my shoulders they seemed like they were up like this, where they were up like this. But it was more so on the right side. And then there was swelling and as I said, the inflammation. So in the first session, I got the therapy on the right side of my body because that's the side that was hurting the most, the neck.
How long have you been dealing with this pain that you've been dealing with?
The severe pain since January of 2018. I was involved in a car accident then.
A few years, okay.
Uh-huh.
So, and what's the pain level from 0 to 10 when I met you?
From 0 to 10, it was probably 11.
Ooh, okay.
But I had, kind of learned how to deal with the pain a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doctors had me on pain medication and anti-inflammatories, but a lot of the medication made me sick, so I couldn't take it and go to work or take it while I was at work. I had to wait until I got home.
Right.
And on that particular day that I had my first therapy, I had just gotten home from work, so I had not had an opportunity to take any of the medication
yet. So definitely 11. Okay.
Yeah, so it was definitely in the 11. When you started the therapy, I could immediately feel my shoulders falling, especially because you started on the right side, the right side. It was like they were open, the muscles were opening up, and the shoulder was gradually dropping. Mm-hmm. And of course, the pain was becoming less and less.
You can notice immediately when applying the light therapy?
Yes, it was like an immediate. I think I even remarked when you were doing it, I was like, man, I'm feeling already, and I just felt like, everything, my shoulders and everything were just, on this side was just going down immediately. At that particular time, you also had some kind of apparatus. I was sitting at a desk that I put my hands under as well. When I was 11, I had an injury to the right side, the nerve in the right arm. Mm-hmm. So that has caused me some problems over the years, and I started feeling some sensation on that particular side. The nerve was completely severed, and I remember the doctors telling my mom when I was 11 that, it just was never going to be the same. I'd never be, because I had to learn how to write over again and all of those things. So...
Were you noticing something with the hand light while you were under it, or just mostly in your shoulders what you were noticing the relief?
Mainly my shoulders, but that was probably because that's where the most pain was at the time, and I actually asked you to focus on that area because I said, I told you there was pain and problems in the other areas, but that one was so painful in that area, it distracts me from some of the pain in the other areas.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, so...
So what did it go down to from 11 in the 30-minute session? It went from 11 to what?
From an 11 probably to maybe like a 4 or 3 or something like that.
That's major for you.
That was completely major for me because I remember what I started doing when you left, and I think I told you on your way out the door, I was like, I feel great. I said,
okay. So you said it went from an 11 to a 3, with the first session on the right side, and you were able to do a lot more than you normally could?
Yes, that particular day immediately after you left, I started doing some spring cleaning, and ended up, I think I told you, with like 2 bags of trash, of just taking things out, cleaning up, organizing things.
And normally you wouldn't be able to do all that?
Normally, no, I would not be doing that stuff. Okay. It would just stay where it was.
And how about the second session on the left side? How was that relief from, could you gauge it from where the pain level was before and after?
The pain level was probably at a 9 or 10 on the left, and I told you when we finished it was probably at a 2 or 3 on the left side, and I felt balanced. The entire body just felt balanced. It felt a lot better and I ended up falling asleep or lying across the bed for what I said was going to be a quick nap, and then I was going to eat because I hadn't eaten all day because I was up all night in pain, and I ended up waking up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Finally able to get some rest.
I was resting and so well that even though I hadn't eaten, I didn't realize I was hungry because I was resting so well.
Okay. So is there anything you wanted the people to know out there, because I know it's a lot of skepticism, but it was non-intrusive, non-invasive, it was easygoing. Is there anything to be fearful of about light therapy, or anything that any reservations you have about it?
No reservations. I mean, a while back when Josh told me about it, I had a few reservations, but I figured I tried everything else.
Right.
So, why not try this? You're talking to a person that was very afraid of needles. And so maybe a year or so ago, I was like, hey, I just need to feel better. So I tried acupuncture, even though I had always been definitely afraid of needles. And so I was like, you've tried everything else, Tammy. Just why not try this too,
Right. So you recommend friends and family try this?
I do. I recommend it for friends, families, family, anybody I know that's having any type of problem. I've actually, spoken with some people about
Awesome.
some issues some issues that they're having.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tammy, so much for your testimony. I really
All right,
appreciate
thank
you
you.
helping us out. And you call us if you need us, okay?
Okay.
All right, family. Peace.